Harold, I don't know what you think you're doing. Excuse me. Hello. Got a dead white man in a box. Not even a casket. Doesn't even have a top on it. In a pine box of old wood. Who do you think's gonna get in trouble here?
Do me a favor. Try to be optimistic. You don't get here without things starting a long time ago. So, two soldiers and a nurse found ourselves in
Amsterdam.
We formed a pact, and we swore to protect each other, no matter what.
Tax the rich.
We find ourselves in a situation where we're accused of killing someone, which is not true.
You and Woodman fled the scene.
The killer pointed at us.
We didn't do anything. Why would you possibly think that was us?
Well, there's not too many people that fit the description of a doctor looking for his eye on the ground with his black attorney.
Columbia Law School.
Life is funny.
We need someone to help us to find the truth.
My friend was killed because of something monstrous that he had seen.
This is all turning out to be a lot larger than any of us. You're gonna have to take my lead getting out of this. I had to stab a guy. I had to hit a lady with a brick one time.
What?
It's a long story, but with you two, it'll be a cakewalk.
These are dangerous times.
You be careful.
I'm about to do something that could cost me my life.
The cuckoo is in the nest, and the cuckoo's about to be trapped.
Cuckoo?
This is one of the finest innovations from Zurich. It removes all pain.
Guys like me, we have to turn to booze, the morphine, and that can lead to addiction. Oh, that's fast. That is advanced.
What's up, everybody? White Mike the Realist here, the Mad Critic, bringing you another trailer reaction. This one is to Amsterdam. Before I dive into this, why don't you guys go ahead and like, subscribe, even hit the notification bell, because what I'm doing here is I'm bringing you guys my thoughts on these movies. So if you like most of the movies that I like and stuff like that, then maybe you could save some time by not having to go to the movies if I say the movie's a yay or a nay, So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe to check that out. But anyway, this movie right here, Amsterdam, I'm not sure what it's about, but it doesn't even matter. It looks like it was set in the 1920s, 1930s, but I got to be honest, it's got an all-star cast, so there's really no way this movie's going to be horrible, but at the same time, I might be wrong with that because it's got such an all-star cast, and when it has an all-star cast, they might not really build enough character, and all good movies are based on building character. Christian Bale's one of the greatest actors we've ever had. He's not really likable. I don't know. I mean, Christian Bale's not the most likable person in the world, but this movie is starring Christian Bale. But he is a very good actor. When I mean a very good actor, I mean, go watch American Psycho, The Mechanic. He lost all that weight. I mean, it was, he pulled that one off. I mean, this movie is also starring, like I said, a celebrity cast. It's got Taylor Swift, Mrs. Margot Robbie, the most sexy scene since Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct way back in the days. Margot Robbie delivered that in that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. This movie is also starring Denzel Washington's son, John David. Let me tell you, John Davis burst onto the scene a few years ago, and I have to say he's a pretty good actor. I've yet to see if he's going to just become like the biggest actor like his father, but he's definitely a pretty decent actor, and he's fun to watch on TV or whatnot. Also, fresh off the, was it the Emmys or the Oscars? Chris Rock, fresh off of his slap, is making an appearance in this movie. That's going to be great. Also, this movie has Rami Malek. Rami Malek is a weirdo, weird-looking son of a gun, but at the same time, he's a good actor. I like Rami Malek. He's nice. It's also got Mr. Robert De Niro, one of the gods, I mean, there's a pedestal. He's getting old, so his like starring roles where he's the main character and all that are kind of diminishing. Maybe he doesn't want it like that anymore. What is he, like 70, almost 80 years old? I mean, he's getting a little bit too old to really be starring in anything. Also, Michael B. Jordan is in this movie. Like, I mean, I'm just going to keep on going. Zoe Saldana's in this movie, which she's fine as hell. Also, it's got AnyaTaylor-Joy. She's burst on the scene lately. She's in a bunch of movies in the last year, from The Northman and whatever else she was in. But I'm telling you, this movie is packed. It's going to be hard to be a good movie now that I think about it because it's so packed with so much talent. And it's like, is the talent even going to get into their characters? I mean, they probably won't. I mean, how can they get into their characters? There's just not enough. It's even got other guys in it from B movies or whatever, and bad guys in all these movies. But I can't think of this guy's name here. But I mean, there's just so many people in this. It's going to be hard to build the characters. I mean, maybe they'll just make these great cameos and pop in and pop out. But looks like it's basically based around Christian Bale and also Margot Robbie. Looks like the main characters or whatnot, and John David Washington. But yeah, I can't tell that much about this movie. It looks like it's going to be some sneaky little sinister money-making movie, or Christian Bale looks like he might be scamming somewhere or another. A lot of that going on back in the days. Go watch like the movie The Sting and stuff like that. And you know, people were really out hustling in a different way than we were hustling today. Like these guys were like scamming each other. You know, how they'll go after the rich guy and pull them, what do they call that? A Pellini or a Malinsky or whatever the heck you want to call those. They had names for the stings that they would operate on these people, and they try to rob them, which that's not cool. You don't go around robbing people, but I guess that's what the hustlers did back in the 20s. A lot of pickpockets back then. You know, a lot of weird stuff going on. I mean, rarely are there pickpockets nowadays. I guess there's still some, but there's like all types of other ways to scam in 2023 or 2022. So it's hard to say if, you know, about pickpocketing. I mean, nowadays you get caught pickpocketing, you're liable to get murdered on the spot. So wouldn't suggest hustling that way. To be honest with you, what I do suggest is go and getting a good job or starting your own business. Making legit money is the same as making illegal money. I learned that the hard way. So those are my opinions on this whole hustling aspect or whatever, which this movie seems to be. It's from the director who did Silver Linings Playbook and also The American Hustle. I wasn't a big fan of The American Hustle. That movie took place in the 70s or whatnot, and the Silver Linings Playbook, I couldn't really get into that movie either, where I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, what are you talking about? That was like the greatest movie. I actually had people tell me that was the greatest movie, but I wasn't. I just never got into that movie particularly. But hopefully this movie, Amsterdam, is a pleasant surprise. I really don't know. I expect it to be pretty good, but, you know, you just never know. I hope that when I go watch a movie like this, I'm expecting the world. It's going to be hard to deliver. Let's be honest. But yeah, I'm going to watch the movie for sure. I hope it's as good as I think it can be, but most likely it probably won't, just because there's too much going on, too many big actors, and I don't know. Maybe it works, but chances are it probably won't, but I hope it does. Anyways, that's all I got on this movie. I'm White Mike the Realist, the Mad Critic. Peace!
Like Deshaun Watson, you got to go. Can't be no Captain Save-A-Ho. From Cali to Texans, Crips and Bloods, my Mexicans. Ooh, this beat is banging. Nuts in your mouth, I'm hanging. Mike in the house with the flavor. If the pussy good, gotta pay her. You still gonna be a player. This hip-hop, no tick-tock. Don't crip walk if you a funny bunny. Bitch better have my money. What?